And welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, September 11th of 2024. I'm Giovanni Benacourt, analyst, trader, and educator with Vantage Markets. All right, let's get with it. So who won last night's election debate between presidential candidates Harris and Trump? A mild weakening of the dollar suggests the market thought Harris had the edge. Dollar index fell as much as 0.4% after the debate before recouping some losses to be down 0.2%. With rates being too close to call, betting on Democratic or Republican victory in the stock markets looks risky. However, things are different in the currency markets, where Trump's potential return to the White House is associated with a likely rise in the dollar. On the face of it, that's odd. Trump has spent years saying the dollar is too strong and therefore hampers U.S. exports. At the same time, he promises to encourage the use of the greenback as the world's reserve currency, with a French finance minister once called an exorbitant privilege. So with that being said, let's take a look at what we can speculate in the markets today. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ for the first one on our list. So we see how the NASDAQ started the week, rebounding off that 200-day moving average, where he has, acting as a level of dynamic support for the market. Yesterday we saw the market did a nice jump to the upside. We definitely seen how the market did fluctuate down towards our level of support and recoup itself again and close in the green. Today, 19,000 seems to be a fair target or easy target to be reached if the momentum continues to move to the upside. So that's where we're going. Buying the S&P right now is just looking to be, if it were to open right now, we will open in the red, to the downside. But the 50-day moving average is acting as a dynamic resistance level right there, and then we have the 20 right above that. I have my level of resistance right smack between them two. Wow. Okay, so let's go. The momentum to the upside, not much movement really, perhaps, but let's see. And then we have here Mr. Dow Jones Industrial. That is that yesterday, even though if they fluctuated below our level of support but it rebounded up to 50-day moving average, so the upside, it closed still in the red. So will that be changing today? So I'm going to use this double bottom here that created as a level of probable support. 41,000 still the marker for it. Perhaps it won't be a green day today, just red. Then we have the Russell. Also, yesterday didn't do much. I rebounded off the Bollinger Band, so I'm going to use the 200-day moving average. It's leaving the same level of support, of resistance, So perhaps today will just be a sideways movement day for Russell. Let's see what will happen. Crude oil. Well, crude oil did close below our level of support. Right now, it's actually looking to come back to it. So I'm just going to use 64.80 change. I'm going to still leave 69 as my probable level of support of resistance. So let's see if it continues to recuperate itself and close in the green towards the $69.68. Crude Nat Gas. Nat Gas is looking mighty fine. So let's use the 20-day moving average, the middle of the Bollinger Bands, as a level of support. Still leave that target on for 225. So we might most likely going to be reaching it. Actually, let's just raise just for the heck of it a bit more. But let's see. We most likely are going to reach that resistance level. So that's our target. Gold yesterday just stayed on the sidelines, doing some bidding here. So it closed in the green. Today we did continue to have that momentum spillover from that debate yesterday, and obviously we see how gold treated itself, moved to the upside. That 2,530 level, it's right there. It's just, that's what we need to close above. So let's see, when would that happen? Would it be today? or will it be a correction there where it just trades down towards the medium point and even perhaps a support line? We'll see how the dollar index also behaves. We'll take a look in a minute. Silver, we'll reach our target for silver today that we placed yesterday. So let's raise that resistance a bit more and let's just use 29.30. Leave that, just use 28 as level of probable support, psychological support. So being bullish with silver. Copper, copper is looking to do a breakout. So we have the 20-day right below the 200 and the 50 is above the 200. So let's see if we see a breakout to the upside on copper, to the upside on copper, break to the upside on copper. Okay. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is doing what Bitcoin is doing, moving by the thousands. So this 54,000 is going to be the marker. Let's see if it'll reach today, or will it do a correction and just come down to 56,000 to just buy a better support. The currencies. So yesterday throughout the debate, look, even though the dollar index dropped, but now it's looking, the euro is looking better. So 110 is definitely a level of support. Let's see if it will rally up to the 111 handle for the euro. The pound kind of they're both doing the same kind of fluctuation. So 131.5 on the target for the pound, and the dollar index is just right there. Trending lower today. Now the 20-day moving average or the medium of the Bollinger Bands acting as a dynamic support level for the dollar index. Let's see if it will sustain itself or it will drop. Have a great trading day. I'll see you tomorrow.